So you're cooking dinner, and as you're dicing up the peppers, you're reviewing everything that did not go your way today. As you're going back over it, your blood pressure is rising. You're getting upset all over again, but this time with more clarity. You start creating stories about what happened that didn't really happen. You've convinced yourself that all of this is true. You've convinced your body too. Then the tears start to flow. You let them out. You think nothing of it. You go about your day. Then the next day, similar things happen, and you're wondering why. Why am I in a never ending loop? Well, it's because you are, until you change the way you think. Hey, reflections. I hope y'all are doing well today. I am doing good. I could be better. I'm not going to lie. I could be better, but I'm doing good. I'm here. I'm alive. I'm breathing. I am thankful. I'm grateful to be outside next to my beautiful garden, enjoying this space. So I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. If you are new here, my name is Antonia, and I'm here on your screen because I've been called to share my journey with you all so that hopefully your lives can be a little bit less complicated. So today's topic is about steering your life's path through your thoughts. We all want the path of least resistance, but we don't always think about the fact that our thoughts affect everything in our lives. Think about the scenario that I said at the beginning of the video. And what about those times when you wake up and you're already in a bad mood from the night before? You get up, you stump your toe on the bed. First of all, that will piss me off. Let's not linger on that too long. But then you go and you start to brush your teeth, and the toothpaste falls off on the floor. Now you have to go pick it up. And so you're a little bit perturbed about that. And then you go to make your coffee, and it gets grounds all in it. And it just goes on and trickles into your entire day. So that's the importance of recognizing that each individual moment is just a moment. It does not define your whole day. I'm working on that. I've been challenged with this the last few days, and normally I do well with this, love bugs. But the last few days, I've been having those hamster wheels going in my head. Whether we know it or not, your repeated thoughts create momentum to the things that we are thinking. We're focusing on it, and so all of the energy is flowing there. The universe and our body do not know that we don't want these things that we're thinking about. It just says, oh, you're thinking about these things? Let me go get more. Let me create more of that energy. And if we recognize that and take control of that, because that's really all we can control, then our lives could be less complicated. One thing I've been working on is more positive self talk. If I catch myself saying something or making up those stories in your head like you normally do, then I will try to reframe it. That's not true. I'll tell myself that. It's not true. And then I tell the truth about whatever the situation is. If I have a disagreement, for instance, if I have a disagreement with my wife, this is a perfect example because we do this a lot, especially on the women's side. We tend to rehearse the story in our heads afterwards. You know what I mean? Like we have a disagreement, and instead of just leaving it where it was, you go off to do another task. And while your mind is idle, you start to nitpick at the situation. Having positive self talk is so important because if you think about it, our what we think truly does become our reality. Like sometimes I'll be thinking about fruit, wanting fruit, and then my wife will come in with a bowl of fruit for me. And it's like, oh, like literally it's you think, oh, you know me so well, but it's like the universe goes out and gets whatever it is that you want. And you have to think about that because if it does it in the small instances, it's doing it in the larger aspects. So if we are focusing on the things that we don't want and those things are coming true, what happens when we focus on the things that we do want? This topic makes me think about how when I want to accomplish something, I tend to immerse myself in that topic. An example is if I for social media, if I wanted to get better at certain editing styles and things like that, I would start to research editing and whatever program I'm using and start watching those videos frequently so that I can build up my skill set. And then eventually I'll start applying those things in different videos that I'm editing. And then after a while, I'll be a master editor. And that's just like, it's that simple. It sounds more complex when you think about it in terms of manifesting your life or bringing your thoughts into your reality, but it's not that hard. Like, we are three-dimensional human beings, so we can only see so far, but my spirit team lets me know all the time that it is that simple. When I tell you I see miracles happen in my life every single day, that's exactly what I mean. I'm not even exaggerating. We really have to just be mindful, and this is for me too. I have to be mindful about what I'm thinking. I know we can't always control our thoughts, but we can monitor them. And once we notice that we're saying something that is, out of character, something that is not true, go ahead and acknowledge it and be like, no, that's not true. Actually, what is true? Like, make sure you're replacing that thought. Don't just leave the thought in there and like wandering. Correct the thought, state that it's not true, claim what it is, and then and then replace that thought with something else. So for instance, I have back pain, okay? If I said something like, I'm going to wake up one day, I'm not going to be able to walk or something like that, I would say, no, that's not true. I am working on the aches and pains that my back has, and I'm getting better. Period. Period. That's it. Leave it there. So when I'm trying to redirect my thought pattern or I'm trying to accomplish a certain thing, I tend to block out all the noise. So I will limit my social media consumption, especially that, because you can see other people's lives. Sometimes that can make you do the comparison, and comparison is the thief of joy. Even though I'm pretty good about not comparing my life to other people, I think that it is very important to limit your social media consumption anyway, because the vibration of social media can most of the time be negative. The social media platforms feed off of the negative energy on them, and so even if your algorithm is set to a certain thing, there you cannot help but to see negative things, and sometimes that can bring down your spirit, and that automatically makes attracting whatever it is that you want a little bit harder. But I'll start researching the topic, make sure I'm like well versed in it, and I even start writing about it. I am a person who will, no matter where I'm at, I will figure out a way to write about whatever it is I want. If I can't access a journal, I will type it in my notes on my phone. If I'm at a computer, then I will email myself notes. That's how I get the notes for these episodes. And that's a part of like manifesting. I am writing down what I'm growing through and sharing it with y'all in hopes that it is helping y'all. And I've seen people in my comments, not only in my comments, people DMing me on Instagram and TikTok telling me about how helpful the videos have been, and y'all don't even know, it helps me. These videos help me. But anyway, that's besides the point. I have so many things that I'm trying to accomplish right now. Sometimes I feel so scatterbrained because I'm literally always doing something, and I am a person who's really big on resting and making sure that I am not just doing, but I have so much that I feel like it's a high urgency, not only for me but for my spirit team to accomplish these things. They don't let me rest when there's something to be accomplished. I have been immersing myself with a lot of those different topics that I'm working on right now. I am intentionally blocking things out that do not serve my highest calling, and I'm intentionally trying to improve my energy because I am working to accomplish a lot of things. The emotions are also high. When you are on the brink of accomplishing, like literally stepping over the threshold, you are going to face some things, and it's going to feel like, oh, maybe this is not for me. It's going to feel like maybe uh maybe I'm doing too much. Maybe this is more than I can handle. No, baby girl. No, baby boy. It is exactly what you're supposed to be doing. If it becomes tough when you're at the brink of it, keep going. Keep going. This is a test. You have to get past it. You have to get past it. You have to show that you're committed, because it's not going to be easy. Once you get past that threshold, it's not always going to be easy. There are going to be challenges, and your spirit team needs to know that you trust them, that you trust yourself. Keep going. That message was for me, okay? That was for me. I also keep my goals between me and my spirit team. I tell my wife about things because of course we're a partnership, and there are things that she can do to support whatever dreams I'm trying to bring into my reality. But I don't, outside of my spirit team, myself and my wife, I do not share my goals and my dreams with the outside world. Of course, I told y'all that I'm working on monetizing my YouTube. I'm working on growing my Instagram and TikTok. Those are things that I feel are just, I mean, that's me claiming it. But the real goals that I like, the bigger goals that I have, those are, I'm keeping those sacred, because there are certain things that you may not even know when you're telling social media, or you're telling your parents or your siblings or your friends, your best friends. You don't even know if they, how they feel about it. You know what I mean? They can tell you and be like and appear supportive, but there could be like a sense of doubt that they have. There could be a sense of jealousy that they have, or fear that they have for you. It could be all, they can mean well, you know what I mean? But that energy lowers the vibration, and you just don't need that. If it's a more sacred, bigger goal that you feel people may feel is impossible, keep it to yourself. Please keep it to yourself until you are crossing that threshold. But speaking of which, go ahead and subscribe if you've made it to this point of the video. Also, go ahead and follow my Instagram and TikTok. And if you made it to this point, also comment a swan. That's our little secret. Don't tell nobody. That way I know where my community is. And because it is scorching hot, as y'all can see, I don't even know if y'all can see, I'm sweating. I am going to wrap this up right here. I also have to run some errands, so I got to get that out the way. If you are watching this, I encourage you to work on your energy, work on controlling only your own energy. Be the change that you want to see. And that means not only being the person that you want to see in other people, that means get your energy level to what you believe will attract what you're looking to get. I'm doing the same. I was going to end this in a prayer, but I am so hot. I'm going to see y'all later. I hope y'all enjoy the rest of your week. Mwah. Bye, Reflections.